Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have any questions or comments, we have multiple ways we can be reached.
Around?
That is one of the ways. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those of you that need instant gratification in this millennial-based world. And, of course, the show's Twitter feed is at Skimpod. That's SKIMPOD. For the more patient amongst you, which is none of us, let's be honest, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again, being spelled with a K. We're also available via Apple Podcast, something I've never heard of, Stitcher Radio. Are any of you still using that shit? TuneIn Radio, whatever the fuck that is, I couldn't tell you. Google Play, I've heard of that. I don't use it, but if you do, thank you. Spotify, now that one I use, so find us on there. I know we're on there. And of course, at the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Now I ask that you please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show, because honestly, I don't do that shit. And I need someone to pick up my slack. Now, I hear that there is a group of people here that collectively discuss music, and they provide for you, yes you, a pod called Cast. It's a musical discussion show built on a hip-hop foundation, which seems to be what makes the musical world turn these days, and I hear it's pretty swell. Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, The Real ODP, and your host, Internet's Tasty Tayrell 713.
We going. Guess who's Bizak? Still smell the crack in my clothes. Don't make me have to relapse on these hoes. It's episode 288 of Stays Crunchy and Milk. We're in the comfy confines of 200 Public Square, getting our lunch on, kicking it. I'm of course joined by my man Tatum216.
I don't remember what my name is on Twitter. I think it's like the Shogun of.
It is the Shogun of Richmond Heights.
Yeah.
So dope. and the Pokemon Master, he gonna be the very best like no one ever was. My man Lunchbox 2099.
It's my goal to enslave them all.
To train is your cause.
We should probably not say it like that, you know, since it is technically still Black History Month and everything.
You know, hey, but when by the time it's come out, it won't be. Plus, let me tell you something. It's been the roughest Black History Month in some time. It's been Blackface History Month. It's been all out here in these streets.
Yeah, still enslaving people, no matter what the...
Not people. In this case, animals. And not even real animals. Fictional animals.
With human qualities.
A couple of them do have human qualities. There's this Mr. Mom that kicks with Ash's mom. People always are like, what's going on there?
What I want to know is, why aren't there more Pokemon deaths? Or like, why, like, in the whole world of Pokemon, we may have even talked about this before, but like Ash is like a 10-year-old kid who just gets sent out into the world with like his backpack and a little mouse, and they're like, all right, kid, survive. Like, it still rains, snows, people are still getting robbed, and this little 10-year-old with his mouse is just walking around like, oh, I got the whole world in my fingers. How is that kid not like...
So Pikachu's a mouse?
He's a...
Electric rat. Electric mouse, I think.
Electric mouse, yeah.
Yeah.
That can carry a whole pizza down the subway tunnel?
But the whole world, that whole world is built for taking care of Pokemon. It's little Poke centers everywhere. Full of professors who only study the Poke arts. That new trailer is so good. I don't know if you watched it yet. I know you've been...
Still haven't watched it. I intend to watch it. I just been busy.
That gotta be like extra hype. And then today, as we record this, they did a direct and they announced Gen 8 stuff is coming. I realize we don't normally talk about video games. It's probably boring some of y'all 2 tiers. My apologies, but your man plays video games and we eat lunch and talk about what we talk about during the day. And
I feel like no matter what we talk about, there's always gonna be someone disappointed.
Well,
but that's the issue that comes up when you don't have like a streamlined thing. Everything's random every time. Can't all be winners.
They can't all be winners for you. But my man Chalky over here listening to like, hell yeah, Pokemon. So that's what's up.
He and I hit best friends the other day.
Congrats. I was on his show, episode 51 of Games We Don't Play. You should probably go check it out. I thought it was a really good episode. I enjoy that show, and it was pretty dope just to be on it. And so I might suggest you go kick it and give it a listen, because I think it was a really good episode. So if I do say so myself. So we over here like licking at Springs Hills, kind of, sort of. And I'm just kind of like, it ain't even been too terrible a winter when I actually think about it. It has had a couple of cold snaps, but nothing awful. You know what I'm saying? But I still kind of just want to get on over that hill. I just want to see the sun more. I don't know. I'm just in a place. You know what I'm saying? I've been feeling not necessarily seasonal affective disorder, nothing like that, but I have been feeling the winter blahs.
I feel like in a couple weeks it's gonna be daylight savings day, and I don't even know if I can.
We're losing an hour, right?
Hell
Bring
yeah.
forward, fall back.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Thank God for that saying, because if it wasn't, I would never fucking know.
It is the worst. I hate it. I hate losing that hour. It affects me more than you would ever think. I feel like I'm just now getting right, you know what I'm saying, since falling back.
Yeah.
You put a spring forward on my head, it comes, like I said, they do it earlier now. Also, we don't need to do that anymore. It doesn't. The function of that shit doesn't exist anymore. That was some old farmer shit. Fuck them farmers.
All I know is it would be nice to be able to see the sun when I leave work.
Yeah, bruh. You coming in? Well, no, you come in, it's light out, but
When I come in, yeah, but by the time I leave, it's pitch black outside.
Even when if we didn't have daylight savings day, you're like a half an hour away from there, so you're like a month away from it. Like we gain a minute of sunlight a day.
yeah, and you can tell too. You really can tell because, like, say, I walk out of work and I'll be like, "Hey, it's looking a little brighter out right now."
Is it that extra minute that adds up to that 29th day every 4 years?
I guess
Yeah,
so.
it actually is. You are not wrong.
I know it wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
I was letting people know I'm not stupid.
I don't think anyone listening to this show and thinks you're stupid. Oh, hey, here's a fun little fact. We are being learned in a class today.
Say what?
Our homegirl, AK's daughter,
Okay.
who is currently in class for some media stuff, is discussing podcasts, and ours is the podcast of discussion.
Oh no.
That's probably not good.
I like it.
Man, I was skeptical when my mom told me she listens to this.
Yeah, it's some shit I'll be like, I just literally thought about that the other day, like, yeah, my mom every once in a while would be like, yeah, I heard the show.
She always likes our Instagram pictures.
Oh.
Make you smile every time.
I'm always pleasantly surprised, though, when someone tells me that they listen to the show that I didn't think did anymore, or like I didn't know they did in the first place. It's a pleasant surprise. It's shocking, really.
So it does take you back, like, oh yeah, there's people who actually enjoy what we do, or at least have given it a go, you know.
Well, my one buddy said he listened to the episode where I talked about going to the strip club a couple months ago. So I told him about how I talked about how he and I went to that same strip club in our early 20s and how he wore sweatpants. So he was asking for the episode because he wanted to listen to it, and I told him it's probably archived and that I'd have to like talk to you to find it, but I don't know which episode it was. Probably like an Urkel one or something, I don't know.
You think it's Gerald the Fat Urkel? It was a strip club theme app. It's like one of Gabe's favorite episodes.
It's a good episode. I think,
That shit was like, what, 4 years ago?
I don't even know, but
maybe.
that's an easy website look up. No worries.
I know, I don't know if Gabe has ever disturbed that, like, me and T have seen Gerald the Fat Urkel. We haven't seen him in like a year maybe, but we've seen him several times, and Gabe has yet to see him yet.
I think you walked past us in Tower City the one day, right?
Yeah, he walked past us in Tower City.
We saw him at H-Town.
Yeah, we seen him in, we seen him somewhere else too. Somewhere where we were sitting down. Was it not Ticket to Tokyo? Was it at Tomato we seen him at?
Possibly.
But yeah, we seen him in real life. Man, I seen him in real life the first time, but I seen him less awkwardly now.
Live and in living color.
Yeah.
It affects every time we come across him because he's like, it's Jared. Jared the Fat Earth was a great title. Still all these years later. No disrespect to fat people, I'm a fat person. It's a good title. You
All
put
of us are
together.
pleasantly plump.
For those that didn't know,
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Anthony's like skinny chubby though.
I'm slim thick.
Yeah. Like he wears like kind of baggy clothing, so you can never really tell just how like big he actually is.
Well, that's kind of my fault. Like, you know, as a young man, you know, maybe like 10 years ago, wearing baggy clothes is, you know, was more in vain. And I still haven't caught up with like, you know, I buy my clothes smaller now.
But I mean, though, like, you always seem to have like tall tees. Like, your shirts always like go down your ass.
Yeah, but at the same time, I have crazy long arms, but I'm not crazy tall. So it's like, it's kind of awkward, like when I buy shirts and they'll be like right here.
You got that George Hill.
Yeah. So like I usually buy tall, like taller shirts because I do like some hanging.
Like George Hill can scratch his ankles without bending over.
Yeah. So I usually, but I need to start buying like an extra large instead of a 2X. Make that transition in life when I'm like, I'm a dad now. I need to
start rocking some New Balances.
Oh no, I'll never do that. That's one thing. Like me and you know, friends of mine who are like, you know, are more dad than sneakerhead now. We always talk about like, what shoes are we gonna wear when we get old?
I saw a meme the other day. It was a dude in brand new white New Balances, and it was like, I can't wait to mow the grass in these bad boys this summer.
So crisp. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I would never wear New Balances. You know, it's funny to me sometimes you'll got people like, I'm not gonna wear Nikes, but then spend like, you know, $70 or $80 on a pair of Sauconys or whatever, the Mazazicos or whatever those shoes is called.
You see avocado Sauconys on it?
I did see those, brown and
yeah.
I don't mind Sauconys. I like the Saucony's originals.
Is it Saucony?
Saucony.
I think I always say Saucony, but I've heard somebody say Saucony before, and I wonder.
I kind of feel like people who go out of their way to correct you saying anything, you know, fuck those type of people. Like Saucony, you know what I mean? We're not talking about. I didn't.
Saucony.
Yeah. I mean, I think you know what I meant. You know, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. No, it's you know, supposed to be this. I'm like, okay, whatever, man.
Givenchy. When everybody, mama said Gavinci back in the day. Nietzsche. I know I said NYC back in the day.
NYC?
Yeah. So I fuck with it.
But what is pretty much the season to be wrapping up seasons of shows, because like you said, it's, you know, it's getting less and less cold, so we're gonna be watching less and less TV.
Yeah.
Shit, I've already been watching less and less TV.
I finished up just a few minutes ago True Detective season 3.
What'd you think of that whole season?
Man, that shit was good.
All right, good as season 1.
Nothing's gonna be as good as season 1.
I don't know. That's why I asked.
I mean, it was good, but it was not as good as season 1. Man, Martial Ali.
Two-time Oscar Award winner.
Yes. Him playing a scared old man is the fucking best. I was wary of it because Stephen Dorff is in it. Another good old man. But like, they played from like late 20s, early 30s, like definitely 40s, and then 70s. And, you know, I think, you know, the makeup choices and hair choices for the 20s was terrible. You know, the 30s was like probably their real hair.
Yeah.
But then the 70s and stuff, man, they did a good job. Like, them playing like old men detectives together was the best. And like, Stephen Dorff is like one of those actors is like, I don't know, he got a little bit of that I don't know, like, no, name an actor that everybody thought was good and then you know, made some bad career choices and then
Steven Seagal.
No, somebody better than that. Steven Seagal was always bad.
You know who I ain't seen in a good movie in a long time is my man in Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Mr. Holland's Opus and all those movies. I ain't seen him do something in a minute. I cannot think of his name right now. It is not gonna come to me, so we're gonna charge it to the game.
I know you're talking about, little short dude.
Yeah. To the internet.
But Stephen Dorff isn't quite.
I think it's Richard Dreyfuss.
Richard Dreyfuss is right.
All
right. So, like Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, Nick Cage did take a turn.
Like,
Nick Cage is doing everything for money now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you think he did the Spider-Man movie for money?
What I'm saying is,
comics.
Like, the whole thing with, like, yeah, I'm sure, like, that was. I'm saying he'll take any role that's offered because he needs the money to pay back taxes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why like he had like hit, got real rich, bought a bunch of shit that shouldn't have, and now it's like, yeah, I guess I'll do the Wicker Man.
Including a pyramid to be buried in down in Louisiana. You know, they do above ground cemeteries down there. You go visit his built already. He has this pyramid that he's gonna be buried in.
Yeah, like how big is it?
It's any size pyramid, probably too much pyramid.
Who built it?
Any size pyramid is big, too big. But like Steven Dorff, I remember him from a couple things back in the day. I don't know. I think he was a rumor he used to date Pamela Anderson or something like that, maybe. But I was just like, why they choose him? But damn, he played a good. I might not be racist Southern dude. Pretty good. Like,
what about like the people from Slight, like Duell Hill?
Yeah,
he's been good in stuff I've seen, but like he never seems to do anything bigger than
like
he was on Ballers. And
yeah, he stays on network TV. He's like a like a center that played for about 4 or 5 teams. He might have a ring, but it's because he sat out that season.
He's also a stage actor, so he does some stage shit. He's in Broadway stuff. So some of these dudes just like they will do. They do their TV shit basically keep their insurance. That's how you get your SAG shit.
Yeah, SAG award.
Yeah, and so but they do a lot of Broadway, and not necessarily all things Broadway, but you know they do theatrical shit.
And not only that, like his first major role, he knocked that bitch out the park. So and Dick, what's that? Holes. So he don't got to be in no more movies. He has a classic movie under his belt. I can help with that.
I was watching.
He broke her back up.
So I don't know if you've heard this. It's kind of a new thing, but there's this website called Patreon, and holy shit, we're on that thing. So if you feel like supporting us additionally, rather than just listening to us like you do now, head on over to patreon.com/dayscrunchyandmilk and see what other shit we got popping on over there.
Pop.
Magnitude's listening. Why don't you? So go on over there, show your support, and as always, we truly appreciate it. Whatever you can spare, even if it's just your good words on Twitter. But if you really, really, really want to support, head on over to patreon.com/dayscrunchyandmilk. See what we got going on over there for you in the hidden coffers. I hear Count Chocula's there.
I was watching. Well, Vanessa was
I ain't seen that movie in a minute.
I never saw the movie until I got with Vanessa. I watched it with her, but she was watching This Is Us last night, and I see that Felicia Rashad is on there now.
Oh yeah, she was on that one episode getting her Emmy nod
Right.
in.
You can't tell me she ain't walking away with her Emmy after that episode.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, okay, Felicia Rashad, you still got the chops, champ.
Oh yeah, and the dude that played the dad.
Oh my God, it was almost too much for your boy.
Yeah. Yeah, This Is Us is pretty good. It's pretty good with grabbing that, and The Walking Dead has been pretty good with it too. Like getting like Brett Butler is on The Walking Dead right now.
Grace on the Fire?
Yeah, Grace on the Fire.
Get the fuck out of here.
And like the one dude that's in American Werewolf in London. I ain't never know his name, but I know he's always in these movie roles. But he played the dude's brother. Like almost as a throwaway part. They know there's not going to be like super big, but they're willing to do it. Griffen Dunn.
I've enjoyed seeing actors or comedians or something. People you've seen, you know what I'm saying, just show back up out of the blue like, where the hell did you go and dig them up from? Okay, right on. Good to see you got a role.
Yeah. Oh, like Mickey Rourke?
Nah, Mickey Rourke be around. People just didn't realize Mickey Rourke was around. That motherfucker's doing things. And just like when he showed up in The Wrestler, people was like, Mickey Rourke can still act. Like, yeah, he's an actor. Most of these people are still actors.
Yeah, but I would consider that part of Mickey Rourke like a second act for him because like he was doing some more movies for a while. Now his face got too tight. Now he can't do no more acting.
Wasn't he out like of the game because of drugs and stuff? I thought that was his like wrestler thing was like a rebound story. Not the actual movie. Him acting in it, like personally.
Yeah. Like, but it's like a lot of people will go back and dig somebody up. Like John Travolta was dug up when Pulp Fiction.
For Luke was talking too.
I thought you were going to say Battlefield Earth.
No, that
You ever
movie's-
seen that? I know of it. I just never seen it.
I've never seen it.
Everybody talk about how bad it is, but yeah, Mickey Rourke was like I don't know what he did before the wrestling. I know he did maybe like Once Upon a Time in Mexico or something like before then.
Everybody hates Iron Man 2, but
Because of his
no, they literally just they think of that as a bad movie. I enjoy Iron Man 2 and him talking about you get my Boyd. He's working out an accent. I like his choice of accent, unlike Tom Hardy's choice of accent in Venom. And I know you enjoy Venom, so I actually probably should give Venom a go because all I know is the commercials and shit.
You know what? I was expecting Venom to be bad,
Yeah.
and I did not want to like it. Well, I wanted to like it, but I was just like, I wanted to see it. So if I didn't like it, it was just like all on me.
Yeah.
The shit was pretty good.
Right,
It was way better than I thought it was going to be. That was that in the museum or the office building they were in? That
was the office building.
Like that whole office building scene is worth it by itself.
That's Rami Malek in that too, right? Is that Oscar Award as a bad guy?
No.
Who plays the bad guy in that movie?
The dude from Night of. I know he was in Rogue One.
He was in something lately, but I don't know the dude's name.
Oscar Isaac?
No. I'm already on there. I'm already on Internet Movie Database. His name is Riz Mahad.
Ah, there you go. I'm sorry for getting him mixed up with Oscar Award winner, whose name already has slipped my mind. Yeah, okay, Riz Ahmed. The reason I know about Riz Ahmed is because, again, he was in Rogue One, so he was,
I like that I knew that was Rogue One.
it's a good movie. So,
Who was he in Rogue One?
the guy who, he was like the engineer, he was working the plugs and stuff, and then they blew up the little thing he was in. Yeah. So, good movie, man. I like Rogue One. I might have to watch that. See, now I think I actually started not so long ago. I have no idea how you end up on this TV path. Well, it's because as TV seasons start wrapping up and so forth, we wind up here.
Yeah, I'm currently watching the Lorraine Bobbitt story on Amazon Prime. I'm gonna finish that up. Man, I don't care what nobody say. Like Netflix, like has been fucking fizzling out lately. Like I don't see. Like I know these new seasons and stuff are coming up, and that's fine. But what about the new hits? Y'all got enough money to come up with some more stuff.
They just won an Oscar.
Okay.
It's like,
and just like Janet Jackson said, what have you done for me lately?
and they won an Oscar like 2 days ago. Come on, man.
That was 2 days ago.
That was 2 days ago. But like at the same time, I've been waiting for something to pop out at me for months.
Yeah. I've been watching a ton of weird anime on there, just stuff to grab my attention. Because I watch one thing and they'll say, "I think you like this," and I'm like, "I gotta give it a go." Turns out they was right. Their algorithm is, if nothing else, on point.
Yeah, I got to finish the Studio 54 documentary on there.
That one movie I saw, what were you talking about? Man Up. A really good romantic comedy that's available on Netflix.
If I'm not mistaken, I watched that maybe a year and a half
Yeah,
ago.
you was already on.
Yeah, I watched it before I even bought my house.
Yeah. So I would tell you
Me and you watched that other Man Up. That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, with the Asian kids.
Yeah.
That's why when he asked, I was like, which one?
Yeah, I've watched both of them. But yeah, I watched this a long time ago because I am a Lake Bell fan.
I knew that. I was like, it's Lake Bell. I'm gonna her terrible titties.
What?
Have you seen Lake Bell? Have you seen good old American Orgy or Good Old Fashioned Orgy or whatever the name of the movie is? She has bad boobies because they're made poorly.
Those are not made at all. Those are real.
Bruh. You can almost see the scars on the hoes. Those are poor boobs. And
You know what? Well, we'll just have to disagree because I think they're quite fine.
you ever seen In the World? That's another movie she's in that I really enjoy.
In the world.
Yeah, that's literally the point of that movie. She wants to become the first woman voiceover. Like, artist is always a dude. And they were going to let her be the first person to say In a World since the guy who said In a World died.
And that was her dad.
Yeah. So, that's a good movie. Sorry, we out here kicking it, man. I'm talking to my boys. That's all we do.
What do you think of those, Dan? Hold on, let me get a better picture.
Well, good old fashioned American Orgy, or what is it? Or just good old fashioned orgy, whatever the name of the movie is. Fun movie. Jason Sudeikis is in it, and it ends up like, oh, it wasn't her titties. I'm sorry, it was the other chick from.
I don't think I classify those as fake.
Yeah.
No, it's not even her titties. I'm thinking about. It's the one dude. He's a rock star in that movie. He's trying to make an album and stuff like that, and that girl got the weird jacked up boobies. I'm sorry, Lake Bell, for disrespecting your titties.
Yeah,
I had the wrong person altogether. Before Anthony even turned the phone around, so I don't think I saw him first. I remember that it was the other lady.
He was he was beautiful minding them titties. Like, no, those are.
And I can't think what movie she was in before, but like I said, she boned dude, the musician. Well, everybody boned that movie. Literally, it was all said and done. They actually did have their orgy.
Oh, I mean, thank God, you know.
But sex aside, that movie is really well thought out, a whole lot of fun, and like they.
Oh, she was in. She played Vanessa Fisk in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, like Bell did.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, wow, she was in that movie like that long. What are you doing, Wilson?
Wilson, what are you doing, Wilson?
I don't know what the hell I was about to talk about, so I'm just going to...
Leslie Bibbs in that movie, with Lake Bell, Michelle Broth. This is the...
she played Martin Starr.
Scroll back the other way.
She played Martin Starr's girlfriend in that movie.
Tyler Labine. That's a dude who I see like in everything, but never know his name.
Well,
He was in the Super Troopers 2 movie.
Yeah, she played Martin Starr's girlfriend in that movie. I couldn't think of my man Martin's name.
So Angela Serafin?
I can't find me a different picture of her. She's probably looking different.
Yeah, I can just... Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, that's her. She got some jacked up boobies. Ric Flair daughter got some jacked up boobies too. Well, a jacked up boobie, I think. I think one of them is.
Was somebody punched and deflated it or something?
I don't know what happened there.
I remember that happened to China in the when she was wrestling.
Oh, she was leaking silicone last summer. She had to go out, and she was out for like a month with boob surgery.
Yeah, just get the saline joints, man. They won't kill you.
Not it together in that picture. Yeah, that's...
I love the internet can just like basically you become find them titties. That's what Google is. Google should just name itself that.
Well,
probably couldn't have blew up as big as it did off of
But isn't that the problem though?
Well,
too much power.
I was on Internet Movie Database, and then I cross-referenced Reddit. So
what I mean is, it's one thing to think, man, I would love to see that, but then to have that like, and I'm like, if it's in a movie, that's one thing, but the whole like fapping thing, to have the power to go invade someone's privacy. That's a little too much.
I didn't hack these people's devices or socially engineer them. I didn't do that on purpose. I didn't do any of that. The movie ones is what I'm talking about. I'm not. You know how I felt about the family. It was a real bad time for the Empire. It just felt terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of things is like you just unintentionally bump into them. You'd be like,
yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah, it seems like every time I find someone that I didn't even know.
Yeah, you're like, who was?
Like, who else was in this?
Somebody recently got they device hacked and it showed us somewhere, and I can't think of who it is. Somebody relatively famous, and I'm just like, dang, and like they just putting all their stuff out there, and I'm like, I don't want nobody not seeing the news. But at the same time, what can you do for your safety at that point? Always cut your face out, maybe crop out.
I don't think none of these are.
That
real.
doesn't even work because then they cross-reference like veins and stuff.
Well, I mean, but you know,
I remember when like Kat Dennings had her leak back in the day. There was like a whole thread of people like comparing the veins from like her pictures on like the red carpet to the veins that was in the shots.
Wow.
Yeah,
People be horny.
I'm saying that they go that deep. People are like, because there's always that plausible deniability. Like, I'm not
Hold
sure
on,
if that is.
before I jack
like,
off on
no,
this, let's
look
make
at this
sure.
picture I found from the Saga Wars that showed this blue vein.
I remember, like they really did that to Christina Hendricks, like because she was like, "That is not me," and then like 5 minutes later, that's when they had
They were
like,
like, well, actually,
like a whole chart of like, this is you because of this, and this mole here, these veins here. Look,
yeah, this is what people do.
these people could be detectives somewhere. They could be solving murders.
It's like people when they get busted for internet hacking, and then the government's like, "All right, well, we'll let you off.
That's
but
true.
you work for us now."
They do hire a bunch of these people. They'd be like, "All right, bro, you on this clock now?" I'm like, yes, sir.
That's terrible.
Guess I will be writing this new algorithm for you. My apologies for looking at these cities over here. But it's wild out here. Still, man, findthemcities.com or whatever the fuck you don't call it.
That's a website?
No, I'm saying basically that's what Google is. You know what I'm saying? Whose titties is these.com? Especially once they added the feature that you can just search pictures backwards. You know what I'm saying? The image search.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I found a model like that one time. It was like a picture on a site, and I was like, "Who is this?" Because it had no stamp on it.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was. It was someone who that was probably like her only shoot.
Yeah.
But I found that name.
Man, one thing I miss about Tumblr is, just it being regular Tumblr. Tumblr, it's just like, stumbling on like good people to follow, like real life people and pretty ladies on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, and then discovering like, you know what, this person's not too shabby. I don't know what your politics is because I don't go that far. I don't even read them words that you put under that picture.
Because when people do put them out there, you're like, how you going to vaccinate your children? They're like, why'd you have to say anything? Shush. Just trying to enjoy these titties. No tattoos. Damn it. Ruined.
What if
jiggy to this?
What if it was a person that you knew personally that was like an anti-vaxxer? Because I was thinking about this after something you and I talked about yesterday.
All right.
I'm like, I was thinking like you're quick to remove someone from the internet that you have no connection to at all for
they're
like the littlest thing.
Yeah, because they're on the internet. I have no connection to them. They mean nothing to me. Somebody who means something to me, I would probably just same thing. Same thing I told you yesterday, and I would put. I'm not gonna put too much out there. It's like, I told Box, if he ever got with a chick who I just didn't like and I really felt was bad for him, I would probably just have to suck it up and just be standing by his side at his wedding, but not happy about it. So that's just what it is. I have to suck it up and be standing by their side, not happy about it, because that's what life is sometimes.
I mean, I get that, because if I didn't like her, I probably wouldn't say nothing to you. Like, if I said, even if I don't like somebody that somebody's with, I will like be honest to a fault up until the end. I will never be like, man, I don't like that bitch. And I wouldn't. And on top of that, I wouldn't tell T I didn't like her either, because negativity begets more negativity. So if she did something terrible, like if I'll probably have to talk to T about like, hey man, I don't like this shit. I ain't gonna tell Lunch about it, but I don't like this shit.
Oh, when he and I and Vanessa were at dinner the other night, I actually said to them that I was completely shocked at the amount of emotion that you had shown recently in my current my situation, because it was very unlike you to voice your displeasure in that manner.
Oh yeah, I don't like, because my whole theory is no matter what I say or do, you're gonna follow your heart. And if I'm saying something shitty about somebody that you're with, then that makes me a bad friend, kind of, because I'm supposed to be supportive of what you're doing. And on top of that, I'm not gonna give you no pussy Lunch. I can't do that for you. then
Shit, I don't need to be here anymore.
it's kind of like,
They actually do need to be going.
yeah, but I kind of feel like it's like I said, it's almost it's on the border of being a bad friend, because like I need to support your decisions. I need to be there for you in good and bad, and my words would be a little bit harsh. Not that they're like totally harsh, but like it's like you got to go back to that person. I don't need to be saying bad stuff about somebody that you're with.
It was funny in this situation though, because like it bled through a couple times.
See, and that's why and that's exactly my point. Like, when things are better and you and that person aren't on that same level, my words are still there. Like, it's kind of like, y'all could be in an argument. It's like, Anthony did say she smelled funny sometimes. And then you always think about that, like, man, you said my girl smelled funny. Because when you're not mad no more, that shit'll still be there. I don't know. That's just like that's something I figured out in my life, because I remember my one friend had a girlfriend, and I ain't say nothing bad about her, but I ain't say nothing that was all that great. And then they was back together the next day, and he was like, "Man, why you say?" They said that shit about my girl. I was like, I thought y'all was broke up. And he was like, man, we got back together. And I can't forget that shit. I think, like, I said something about, like, and her butt look funny in jeans or something like that. He was like, man, why you looking at my girl butt? And I'm like, first, I looked at her butt before she was a girl. But her butt do look funny in jeans, man, I'm sorry. And he said he never forgot it.
It's part of why, like, I try to be nice in every situation to everybody, because I never know when, like, the shoe's gonna drop, and I'm not trying to, like, burn people's villages down and salt their crops, you know.
A quick butt story, and then we out. The other day, somebody on our floor, so in our, so it was working on our world. Like, just get on the elevator in front of you, and I'm checking it out because whatever, I'm gonna do it. And she got a credit card hanging on her back pocket. And it's hanging out so much, I'm like, that's going to fall out that pocket with all that ass in them tight-ass jeans. But I couldn't say a goddamn word. And I felt terrible about it.
Oh, if it falls out, you pick it up. Otherwise, that's on them.
And I was like...
You could have said something.
No, I couldn't have, bro.
I feel like it was Pandora's box.
I mean...
I guess I could have been like, oh, hey, your credit card. I don't know what I could have done. But I feel like it would have later.
I mean, I think you can explain it like this. Like, look, your credit card was about to fall out your pocket. It was your credit card that caught my eye, not your butt. Like, this, like, when, that is a time you give too much information.
Literally, all these things was walking through my head, and it's like, I was like, I don't know what to do with this, so I hope that credit card makes it.
I mean... I don't know. I kind of feel like sometimes it really. I guess it depends on who you are in your situation. But like that was probably one of those situations where like being cool or like saying it like just find the words. Because I never forget one time. I know it was a friend of mine. We were all like standing in the front yard, and the girl had her zipper down, and then one of my friends pulled her to the side, said something in her ear, and she's like, "Okay, thank you." And then she zipped up. And then, like, later on, I was like, oh, yeah, you had your zipper down. She was like, why you saying that? I was like, I don't know. Like, I could have been that cool by being that person, like, yo, zipper down, but not letting everybody else know.
One day I hope to be that cool.
Yeah.
I ain't dead yet. Hey, man, this has been episode 288 of Stay Crunchy and Milk. You know what you got to do. Get out there, review the show. Get out there, retweet the show if you see me talking about it on Twitter. I am the social media manager of this motherfucker, so it's me.
I'm your manager, B.
And oftentimes, every now and again, I have to speak like this third person because it's not me. Like, hey, it's our host who did that. That's me. That's me talking about myself.
I'm your fucking manager, B.
That's Lunchbox 2099. He's the illest.
Not as ill as Biggie Smalls.
Hey. That's Tatum 216. By the time this episode comes out, it probably will be, if I'm not mistaken, the week of Biggie's. No, it's a different episode. 286, 287 will be the week, because that's next Saturday now that I think about it. Damn, 2 losses, big pass. Anywho, I am not Tatum 216. That's Tatum 216. I am the internet's Taylor 713. You have just been podcasting, and I know you loved it.
Or at least the tip of it.
Peace.
Hey, what happened to you? You used to be beautiful.